Yes, family. Welcome back. I decided to do something a little bit different today. Reason being is that our brother Kanye West has delivered one of the best interviews I've ever heard in my life, and I want to be able to share it here with the community. But also notice as we go through this, the things that he touches upon. I told you previously in another video that I did about Kanye West and how much of an asset this man is. Now, I know he delivers some controversial opinions, but I want you to listen to exactly what he's saying here because it is exactly what we talk about in this space. We talk about how men's lives have been ruined by systems and agendas. We talk about how they don't want you to be free thinking. We also talk about how the modern woman has been mostly led astray due to false notions. And that's exactly what this brother was talking about. Without further ado, let's get into this. Now, you guys know how I do my videos, so I'm not sure if I'm going to chime in this video, but I'm going to throw in nuggets of other clips that reinforces exactly what Kanye West is saying. So pay attention, listen closely. Now, as I go through this video, I'm going to have to do certain things to make sure that we're safe as far as copyrights, because we know that these D-bags try to silence everything that we do. But without further ado, let's get into this.
And now it's like you are Ralph. You are that caliber. And then so I guess what I'm trying to say is, so that's where we get confused with
Did Sway have the answers?
No, yeah, I think you already admitted Sway had the answers.
Yeah.
But I guess that's where we get confused with the Adidas part of it, is because like that's how you became a billionaire, right? Through the Yeezy. So like, what was the discrepancy with Adidas?
You know, I just didn't have the relationships with the factories at that time, and I was managing a lot of ideas. Like I was a new dad. I was newly married. I had a bunch of team, like a big team of designers with me, and we hadn't established who we were. We were still fighting to get our respect in fashion. So there's a lot of fights at the same time. So we had to go and basically like intern almost up under these companies.
Because you interned for Louis Vuitton at one time, right?
Okay. Louis Vuitton, Fendi, and we interned in a way at Adidas. I like the licensing deal is my intern to become, more in that Bernard Arnault, Bezos, Elon territory, and just understanding how to, how money works. Like this is first generation. Like you can say, like look at like Jay with the Duce. This is first generational wealth.
And learn those infrastructures, right?
Yeah, the infrastructure is how to do a factory. Even right now, like when I left Gap, I moved. We made this T-shirt, like all the tremendous stuff we're doing right now, which is a flip on Supreme, where the guy that used to work for me, Tremaine, is now at Supreme, and we can go further into that a little bit later. But for the main point is, so I took it over to Dove Charney at LA Apparel, and he founded Los Angeles Apparel. So then we made the White Lives Matter tees, and then when I put up the tweet, the DEF CON tweet, now he ain't releasing the tee because he's Jewish. And I'm like, see, this is my exact point that I'm making. Like Jewish people have owned the Black voice. Whether it's through us wearing a Ralph Lauren shirt, or it's all of us being signed to a record label, or having a Jewish manager, or being signed to a Jewish basketball team, or doing a movie on a Jewish platform like Disney. And we understand it's like, I respect what the Jewish people have done and how they brought their people together. They came into money through the lawyers. When after Wall Street, when all of the like the Catholics, they wouldn't divorce people. Right. So the Jewish lawyers came and they were willing to divorce people. That's when they first came into their money. So like say with me and Jay, with our culture, with the darker Jews. First of all, because you got
to happens when anybody starts talking deep.
Okay. Yeah. With the darker Jews, the 12 lost tribes of Israel, who we are, because we Jewish also. We from Africa also. We're the blood of Christ. So we're not just Black. We are Jew, just like the Jewish people. And now we're coming into money. But the main thing is I got to drink the Douce over the Hennessy as the first step to us coming together, like how the Jewish people came together. But we couldn't even talk about, I remember Ben Horowitz called me after 444 and said, I don't know about Jay giving up Jewish business secrets. And these secrets.
He was talking about building up the properties and stuff like that.
Yeah,
on 444.
These secrets they not finna be a secret no more. Like if somebody tells me something, it's like, yo, I want to tell you this, but it's a secret. I'm like, I'm not your personal hard drive. Like if you want to be a secret, don't tell me. I'm not here to keep nobody's secrets because it's only the truth that's going to set us free. And what they do is the Jewish community, especially in the music industry, they'll take, in the entertainment period, they'll take one of us, the brightest of us, right, that can really feed a whole village, and they'll take us and milk us till we die, and then Stevie Wonder's son got to get a job, right? But Cameron Azoff got a job at Apple. He's already set up because of the way Azoff is connected. And we have to make our own connections. That's what I saw. What I loved about it, I love Dove just as a human being.
And this is the guy from Adidas?
Dove is from American Apparel.
Okay.
But I'm talking about put out my White Lives Matter tee. The White Lives Matter tee don't say nothing. It don't say DEF CON or nothing on it, right? I'm like, put it out. And he's telling me like, yo, I want you to visit the Holocaust Museum. And I was like, yo, I want you to visit Planned Parenthood. That's our Holocaust Museum. I'm like, yo, I put my life on this. At this point, because they've been fucking with me too long. They put the crazy narrative out there. My Jewish trainer, Harley Pasternak, who's Lizzo's trainer, put it out when I went to the hospital, put it in the press. I got a bunch of friends that went to the hospital. It didn't go to the press. They did that just like they did in the documentary on the 3rd episode to say, we love Ye like the rest of y'all. We know he a genius like the rest of y'all, but sometimes you got to turn the camera off on him. So they'll go and get a dude that's supposed to be my friend that's been taping me the whole time and buy this nigga out for $30 million.
I thought you co-signed that.
I ain't co-signing, but you get used to that. Paparazzi taking a picture of you, you ain't getting no money off it. You just get used to getting screwed by the Jewish media. And I'm saying, y'all done poked the bear too fucking long. When I wore the White Lives Matter tee, I had 4 SoFi Stadium shows. They canceled my shows. I said it's up. And let me tell you one thing. It's like if a black man is caught with something in the car or something, everybody in the car going to go to jail with him, right? But if a black man can play basketball or rap, only he gets the record deal. So meaning like if one black man does something bad, all the other blacks get caught with him. If one black man does something good, nobody else gets nothing with him. It's a reverse for the Jewish people, right? If a Jewish person could repeatedly fucks me on a deal, it's just them. It's just the businessman. It's not the people. It's not nobody else. But if a Jewish person does good, all of their people eat with them. That's one of the flips. I got to tell you something. Where is a black guy that has a Jewish person signed to him? Point it out. Tell me that. Where is a black person that's signed to a Jewish person? All of them. Basically 90% of them. So what I'm saying is, y'all done poked the bear too many times. Y'all should have learned with Drake. Y'all should have learned with Puff. Y'all should have learned with Hove. Y'all dealing with a different kind of animal here. You know, everybody wants to say I'm 730. Well, I'm gonna use that to my advantage. I told y'all I was the leader. I told y'all I'm gonna free my people in the name of God, and I will put my life at risk, because if I wasn't in a glass prison, just like Larry Hoover's in a real prison, then I would have had to say so when my kids go to school. I go into my kids' school, I see Hanukkah books, then I see Kwanzaa. Christmas is Christ's Mass. Where's Jesus in the school where all the celebrities are paying for their kids to go?
Cell? I'm sorry. What did you
hey, I'm talking about.
Right.
But ain't nobody listening to me type shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm in like a glass box of like celebrity with a bunch of handlers around me and shit, and people colluding behind my back and being like, is he ramped up? What we gonna say now? What I told y'all, because I talked to Larry Jackson last night and he was like, yo.
From iTunes.
Yeah, but now he's got his own deal. He said, he started telling me how Clive Davis changed his life And I talked to him for 6 minutes. He said, well, usually we talk back and forth. I said, Larry, this is my life, though. I'm letting you know so you can let everybody know what it is. What it is at this point. You know what I'm saying? It's like, I'm not afraid. I'm not afraid of y'all no more. And we don't have to be afraid. I understand that they got us so paid off every which way. They cutting down. And my whole point just off the tweet, the fact that, what does that even mean, what I said? And the fact that I got taken off proves my point. Jamie Lee Curtis went on TV and said, I hope they take his children away from him. Wow. I hope they take his children away from him. Everybody they put out, Triple X, Tupac, that's what Larry was saying. Right. My response was, well, I guess I'm next then. Right. Because it's no backing down at this point. I talked to Cube because Cube been labeled an anti-Semite. First of all, we are Semite. We Jew. So I can't be anti-Semite. Right. First of all, I need my 4 stadiums back. The 78 media outlets that called me abuser when I was trying to get that heroin addict away from my kids that was tattooing my kids' names on them, Skeet, Pete Davidson. They popping up. You know what I'm saying? It's like, they Trevor Noah, not even from America. Right. He just looked black. Right? Gonna say, yo, Kim, it's gonna get dangerous. So they putting all that, he crazy. He's so OJ. Right. N.O.R.E just want the family back together. Right. I just want the family back together. Right. Kim is a Christian. On TMZ, I just saw yesterday, they said, Pete Davidson and Kim have sex by the fireplace to honor their grandmother. It's Jewish Zionists that's about that life, that's telling this Christian woman that has 4 black children to put that out as a message in the media. So when I drive by and I see the Hulu ads and I say the JP Chase Morgan ads, I'm gonna let y'all know right now, the devil is a defeated foe. You can't poison me. And by the way, y'all done already fucked with me so much. Y'all already black mirrored me. You already made everybody think I'm crazy. You already took my family away. You already separated all my friends. I don't got no celebrity friends. Because when I was on TV, on Instagram saying, I don't know where my child is, and the Kardashians kidnapped my daughter in public, and I didn't have the address of my child, none of these niggas that want to say something
Travis
now.
Gave you the address, though, right?
Travis gave me the address. Right. But as far as Meek Mills, Puff Daddy, whoever, none of these niggas, all you fake hard niggas, fuck you. Hold on. Okay. All you fake hard niggas, fuck you. You know what I'm saying? I don't give a fuck because you can't shoot nobody anyway. And the reason why you got to talk is because you did a deal, you fucking fed. You know what I'm saying? That's why you got to come at me, because part of the deal for you to be a daughter and get out of jail is that you promise that you're going to go pull my co-car. So y'all niggas shut the fuck up about me. Now let me say it calm. You niggas shut the fuck up about Michael. Right. I'm Michael now. Right, Every Michael you can think of, but mostly Godfather Michael now. No. I'm Michael now. I'm Michael now. I am the richest. Right.
They say you're the richest black man in American history.
In history.
In American history. Can we make some noise for that? Goddamn it.
So I want y'all to run up on me. No. I want y'all to come kill me. No. I want you to smack me. No. I want you to do all the shit you rap about. No. All the shit you rap about. I want you to come do it now. Come down to this joint right now, please. Or otherwise, shut the fuck up unless you was there when the Kardashians kidnapped my kids. You understand? Now go and get y'all some motherfucking business while we go and get free. Because I'm Moses out here. You know what I'm saying? I watched the George Floyd documentary.
Now, I'm choosing to remove this part from the video because I understand it might ruffle some people's feathers the wrong way. And then I look up in the news and they're talking about the family's trying to sue him. But me as a thinking man, I say to myself, did the family come to this idea that they were going to sue him all of a sudden? Or did somebody call them and say, hey, I think you should sue him? Think about it. And if it was the former, would they sue him if he didn't have any money? Let's continue.
All right, I want to be careful with this subject because...
Wait a second, but tell me, could you even really run this interview? Because Mav didn't run my interview.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They blocked me out. The Jewish media blocked me out. This shit lit, right? I'm lit, right? I'm lit. I'm lit. You know what I'm saying? JP Morgan, I put $140 million into JP Morgan and they treated me like shit. So if JP Morgan Chase is treating me like that, how they treating the rest of y'all?
That's outrageous, yeah.
And there's murderers with Chase accounts.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. I am outraged. By the time people always, they want to calm it down.
Because no matter what, you didn't break no law.
I didn't break a law. I didn't break a law.
The bank shouldn't be a judge or jury on anything that's
going on. But this is, it's like a social contract. Candace Owens has a word for it, I'm forgetting. But it's basically like, they told Candace Owens she couldn't hang out with me. You know, I'm here because I didn't have no outlet. I was on Tucker Carlson, right? And people, Trump supporters, they think it's so, you know, they think it's nice that a black guy supports Trump. But it's like, would they really support me when I do? Because they said legally I'm not allowed to say what's happening in 2024. But all those people that love me when I run against, when I wore the hat, right? Would they support me? I got to say something about the hat. That's one of the things that really drove me to the edge.
Some of the MAGA hat.
The MAGA hat. Imagine your own wife telling you, oh, the hat's small dick energy. Meanwhile, the Clintons got them trying to get people to get vaccinated. I know somebody, I'm not going to say his name, where Kim and Chris got on the phone with them trying to get them to push the vaccination to black people. Meaning that's how in tune and how aligned with the Clintons that the Kardashians were through Corey. Through Corey. Corey is a plant. Corey was, you know, Puff Daddy, Manny. You get what I'm saying? Then he was with Justin Bieber when Justin Bieber got in trouble. And then when Bruce did a transition to Caitlyn, he popped up. Now he run around like he Kylie Daddy. But he's there for the agenda and controlling the power of that family. 4 of those people in that family have been raised Christian by Rob Kardashian. I know y'all want a question, but I
think you just gotta let some of this out, and then we.
It's not even venting or inventing. It's just it's up. You know, they done fuck with me too long. Every time they say my name wrong, it's like they calling me Cassius. My name Ali. If I change my name, you respect that I changed my name. It shows you the level of disrespect. Every time they say one of my outfits are bizarre. When the last time you read a headline and they called me a billionaire? For 3 years, Forbes wouldn't say I was a billionaire. It's all to diminish me so y'all wouldn't listen to me. So say when I did the Ye and Drake show, right? It's so funny, I look up and it said Ye, D-R-K right there. But I look, it's just a similarity to it.
Like me?
Yeah, absolutely. Gemini dyslexic, left-handed, made to be right-handed so I could fit in.
Okay. All right. That's all right. Continue. All right. I'm gonna take another shot. I'm gonna be honest. Yeah. This is a lot. This is a lot. Yeah, I'm gonna be honest.
Only the do say.
Yeah, okay. Only the do say. This is beautiful.
Yo, think about like Nike. Nike is as popular as Apple, but it's company number 321. Apple's number 1. Nike's on defense. It's not on offense. Right? Because niggas love Nike. Right, so Nike is used for political influence because it's not about the money you make, it's about the position you have. So when they signed me to Gap, it wasn't to raise a stock price, it was to be able to be like, to tell the Fortune 500 companies that do deals with China, to tell them, hey, Gap has influence in the underserved communities. That was what the deal was about.
That's the girl part. Not you.
The same reason why I was in a Kardashian situation. So you would feel.
Hold on, let me ask you something, because as a person that when we first seen the Gap deal, right? We understand that rich motherfuckers ain't going in the Gap, but you know what? They was going in the Gap because of you, and it was going and it said powered by Balenciaga. But then you walk into the store, and then there's these clothes that's just on the floor. Is that degrading to somebody that's rich that want to come in there and support you?
We should degrade the rich. Everybody is dirt. Everybody on the same level beneath God. Because we'll hop over.
That was all. I wasn't very good.
You know, we'll walk over a homeless person to get to the Gucci store. Ray Kurzweil said a utopia is possible where we're led by the least noble and the greediest people. I brought the head designer of Balenciaga, the greatest designer on our planet today, to Dimna. Dimna is the Ye of clothing. Dimna is the Drake of clothing. Drake is the greatest rapper ever.
And you said,
and I don't apologize about it.
You said in war he helped fuck your baby's mother's mother?
Yeah, that was hard. That was hard.
Yeah, I was like, what's going on? What does that mean? What does that mean?
Yeah, I mean, it's like
we was confused.
You know what it means. So,
God damn it.
And I put like, Corey know what it means.
Corey, oh my God.
So,
Let me get another one. So to bring out the Yummy Easy. Oh my God, I'm sorry, go ahead, continue.
Libra, happy birthday.
Oh shit. Okay. Ye is out there. Let's go. Speaking of that, are you single? Are you back in the market? You finger popping out there? What you doing? What you doing out there?
Yeah, you know, I'm the type of person I'm gonna go from girlfriend to girlfriend. Like I like focus. You know, I like like I say, would it amuse you if I amused you? Like I like to make a girl my muse. I like to take them and, you know, take them overseas or something like that. I like to get them Birkins. I might even get a girl a house. You know what I'm saying? I'm just on some like ridiculously rich shit. You know what I'm saying? I just do everything.
One chick to the other. Don't step on the homeless guy to get the Gucci. And I'm like,
Remember, we gotta go back to Gap.
No, because we can't have them homeless. We can't have them homeless.
No, but one day.
ridiculously rich shit.
One day I'm singing one of my favorite songs. I'm like, your life finna change right now.
That was about Cheney.
Okay.
Dick Cheney?
Wait a minute. What? No, but I was singing it.
No, at first, you know, the funny thing, it was about Stas. And then Stas, Kylie's friend, and she was scared to come down to the studio because you know,
life was finna change right now.
Because the Kardashians got her threatened. So then I just took her name off.
Really?
Yeah. And then, but the thing is like a mix because I could like a couple girls at one time, and I'll put that together in a verse. So some of the stuff is like specifically Cheney, and some of the stuff is more Stas. And then you know, at the end of the day, it's all gospel, right? So we could be inspired by what God made through the female's beauty, but at the end of the day, we got to give it all to God. So at the end of the song, it says, Stassi, baby, why you twerk so crazy? I want to be on an airplane, because it's the twerking video. She on the airplane. I played it for Trav. He started laughing. But then I switched. I said, Lord, take me where you want to take me. Too much drama lately. Your life finna change right now. Your life finna change right now. Balenciaga for all your friends. Hermes for the argument. Your life finna change right now. Okay, let me talk about Balenciaga.
Okay. I'm Balenciaga now. Just in case you don't know, I study.
Yeah. So
and I got the lights lighting up too.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie, I've been since you did the last interview. I've been Balenciaga. You know, my nickname is Yala, so now they call me Balenciaga.
That's what I'm saying.
I killed that. Hey, you know me. I'm sorry. Yeah. I'm sorry.
All right, so Balenciaga has the best design because they have the best designer. Period.
And that's not you?
I'm more like a Steve Jobs type. You know, you should say to Steve, like, yo, you don't even program. You know, I would never disrespect a designer that been to school and that can cut and have dedicated their whole life and call myself a designer. I'm more an Imagineer. I'm a visionary. And I place the pieces of our culture together. Even right now, you know, I want to bring joy and laughter. So even if say we wanted to like look at the interview and we have a conversation out and say, look, do we need this first segment? Let's just do the shit that's like, you know, it's controversial because people ain't gonna really name names, but it's funny still.
Right.
I think about that. It's like, we need joy. It's too much pain.
Right.
You know, it's too much anger, and it's too much trauma economy. You know, I'm not gonna be like, I talk about the left, the Democrats, and how they pray with BLM on our outrage. You know, even when I put up the DEFCON 3 tweet, I was outraged at this point.
What does DEFCON 3 mean?
It's like level of
like,
you know, actually, when it's DEFCON,
it's like nuclear war. Shit,
I spelled it wrong. I have a tendency to do that. But DEFCON is actually that you're preparing to protect yourself. Because that's what I did. Because once they cancel 4 SoFi stadiums because of what's classified as wrong think, because you have groupthink, it is very important to have the black vote be in groupthink and to not separate from the thought and be completely in line with the agenda of the left, the Jewish media, and the Chinese.
There's a lot of
Chinese things got something to do with it?
They got something to do with everything. This is my issue with Jared Kushner. Okay, so I went to a dinner, right, with Josh Kushner, Jared Kushner, and Ivanka. I'm always saying her name like that. So
we know what that means. That's a different ring to it. Go ahead, continue.
No, me and Ivanka, nothing never happened. But
I hung out with you and Jared one time.
It's so funny though, because me and Drake, you know, before Donda came out, we met up at the studio, and the 80% of the time I'm just talking about how much I love Future and how I want to work with him, and how, you know, he's, you know, the most influential, you know, artist of the past 10 years. He had the most #1s in history now, but Wait For You. So we was right about that, right? So, and he says, yo, I just want to tell you, you know, nothing ever happened, you know, with Kim.
Who, Future's telling
No, this is what Drake told me.
Oh,
I'm only talking to Drake about Future, really. Like, I'm like, yo, I love Future.
This is after y'all squashed the beat, after the concert?
This is when we were squashing it, right? Okay. This is when we squashed it twice last year. In the beginning, and then when me and Jay Prince went to go see him. I got another funny story about that.
I would love to hear it.
So then Drake says to me, yo, I need to tell the story like this. So basically, you know, Jared Kushner asked Steve Stout, like, yo, just tell me, like, did Ye fuck my wife? And Steve Stout was like, no, Ye never did nothing. So when I went to the White House, I saw Jared. I was like, yo, I want to just tell you, nothing ever happened. He's like, yo, I don't know what you're talking about. I was like, yo, and I grabbed him by both shoulders, and I was like, yo, Jared, nothing's ever happened. And he said, yo, thank you for saying that. Okay, so when I saw Drake, we was in a parking lot, we're talking, and he said, yo, I just want to tell you, yo, nothing ever happened. And then I said, yo, thank you for saying that. When did I become Jared Kushner?
I didn't know where this was going. I did not know where this was going. You had me scared 1 second.
Hidden Hills. Give your wife the chills. Yeah, so, okay, so. So
you gave me the chills. What's your I got it.
All right, so this is why we're gonna win for 2024,
okay,
bro.
Let's go.
This truth. It's true, because every man got their truth. Right. Every man could be the victim of the victor. You either one, you know, you cheating with somebody, you're getting cheated on. You know, you either the victim or the bully. Like, it depends on the situation you're in. And I just want to show you that situation. So we're going, because the old man made a call for me and
we said
Drake.
Old man, we're talking about Larry Hoover.
Yeah, Larry Hoover made a call for me and Drake to squash things and to do this concert together. Just like Farrakhan said something to me and Puff just now about White Lives Matter and Black Lives Matter and about the misunderstandings that we're having out here, right? So
which is beautiful.
So it's me, Jay Prince, G, it's Jazz Prince, it's his wife, and I got a girl with me. And I'm like, damn, my bitch not as bad as Jazz's wife.
Well, you say this out loud?
I'm like, damn, she killer. No, So anyway, so Dave Chappelle has a concert that night. The night where we're going to, so we're seeing like, yo, can we go chop it up with Drake and then make it to the Dave Chappelle joint and go by the house? And then, so we're on the plane and we're like, well, where's Drake's house in comparison and distance to the concert? And I look up, I say, Google it. That's the whole thing. You could Google it. Remember that was the whole. Wait a second. I can set it up differently. Remember the whole thing was.
Yeah, you gave.
Yo, I gave his address.
Yes.
And my whole thing is you could Google the address,
Right.
and everybody on the plane start laughing because you could Google the address. You know, it just looked like something on Instagram. You know what I'm saying? I was like, oh, got the address. Hey, guess how I found it? I Googled it. That's crazy. Oh shit! Your house don't look the same on these Google Maps.
So how is that? Because so you actually go to his house and squash it?
Yeah.
You walk in the lion's den for lack of a better term because you're on his grounds, and then you at this time, at least I remember, this is Kanye Dolo. This is like Kanye's not rolling with no one. Or did you go with security at that time? Or no?
No, I mean, Jay Prince is there.
Okay,
so, you know,
that's real.
That's successful.
Let's make some noise, Jay Prince. Real nigga, what's up?
Yeah.
But go ahead.
Yeah, but you know, Charlemagne.
How you knew I was going to talk about Charlemagne? How you knew that? That's in my notes.
He just, he gonna go on air and be like, oh, but I'm gonna paraphrase it. Kim is with Pete because he got a bigger dick. Why you talking about another man's dick on camera? Nothing you got to deal with. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? It's just like a bunch of these industry plant niggas is just like Samuel Jackson and Django. Not Samuel Jackson in real life. I fuck with Samuel Jackson in real life. I'm just talking about the character in Django. It's like, man, y'all are not helping, but it's like a video game of life. You know, we all gonna get free eventually. And like you see, I got love for everybody, but it's no love if somebody's fucking with me. Right. I'm like, I really don't wish harm on nobody. Right. But I do realize that I could make people jealous by like flexing so hard, and that's gonna come with it. You know what I'm saying? It's because me and Cons would be in the studio and we would make songs and be like, yo, we wanna make niggas mad. We want to make niggas mad with the music. Like if it don't hurt, like if it don't, it can't just compete. It has to hurt. We not just. That's the reason why I'm not washed, because I still make it hurt. You know. So, and then it comes out and it hurt, and people be hurt about it, and then I be halfway acting like I don't know why they hurt. They hurt because you hurt them. This hurts. You know what I'm saying? Sleeping in a stadium hurts. Yeah. All like, you know, throwing Balenciaga Couture on the floor, it hurts. Like even when, you know, I went to the Ice Cube Big 3 event and I had Justin LaBoy, King Toxic, and I had Vori with me. And I was saying like, yo, Drake, because this is my number, you know, it's like if we're going to put our album out, you got to go after the number one artist.
Which was Vori at the time?
Which was Drake.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like right now, when me, James Blake, and No.I.D. are in the studio working on our album, who do you think we be bringing up when we talking about songs? Stadium artists. Who do you think we bring up? And we ain't got no problem. It's no beef, no problem. It's just like, yo, we competing. Not Drake. Who do you think we bring up? Anybody else got another?
Travis?
Stadium. Think down here.
Kodak Black?
No. Stadium. Bad Bunny. That's who's on our wall.
Right.
That's who's on our wall when we make music. Right. We loading up concert footage.
Right. Are you talking about the aesthetics of the stadium and what it's looking like?
Yeah, not just the aesthetics.
And in retrospect, if it wasn't for me, it might not be no Bad Bunny. I brought reggaeton to America. I'm sorry. I'm making noise to me. I'm sorry, Come on, let's go.
So the thing is, it depends on what we're doing. You know what I'm saying? If we're going to do clothes, we're going to look at Supreme. Right. We're going to look at Balenciaga. We're going to look at Ralph. Are we looking at these raps? Right. You know, we're gonna look at Drake. You know what I'm saying? We're looking at stadiums. We're gonna look at Bad Bunny. We gotta look at everything that's really happening. We're gonna look at money. We're gonna look at Elon. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna look at the Saudis. That's how I look at everything.
That's a widespread view of everything.
You know what I'm saying? It's like everything has to be Apple, you know, level.
Because we heard you was building your own Ye community. Is that still
Ye community?
Ye unity.
You know, this is one of my issues that I have because I've been building. I've invested like over $150 million in 10 years of research into simplifying our communities because there are no not just because there are no Black-owned communities, but just me as a Black person, that's who I am in this video game of life. I'm the type person that's like, yo, we are one species, right? We're one being. There's no
Let's make noise for Ye real quick. I'm sorry. We are one species. Take it from
we one like, but
you gotta sip it. It don't count. Yeah, it don't count. I'm sorry. This is drink chance. What's up?
Oh, that's good, right?
It's not Tucker Carlson. It's not Good Morning America.
Oh, you said his name right this time.
I said it right. You is back in the culture, and guess what? Welcome back, baby.
Welcome back. I'm a living Mace rap.
Yes.
Just listen to a Mace rap and like if this was a person.
Right. You know, Mason was going on tour, got canceled. They should have added you.
I would got super canceled then.
Oh fuck! I didn't think like that.
Super canceled.
They had the meanest 5 dates ever.
There you go.
Yeah. Atlanta ain't canceling.
You know, it's so funny that the Gap wouldn't put a store in Atlanta.
What?
I was born in Atlanta.
What?
All of the freshest, like, you know what I'm saying, me, Andre 3000, Playboy Cardi, like all of the like freshest dress, you know, influencers are like from Atlanta and stuff. So that's that thing where people talking about you without you in the room. That's the thing when we sign and do these licensing deals.
You're a brand though. Yeah, they're supposed to talk about you a lot when you're not in the room.
Yeah, but that's when you sign to them. They're seeing how they're gonna use you.
So this is what all right, break it down in like simplest form for record. So you wasn't signed to them. You this was a distribution deal. This was like
it was like a licensing deal. Okay. And the funny thing is they think they could give me a baby B, and you know the baby B. It's a billion, yeah, but it's like a little baby billion. It's like a little billion. It's like a little billion. It's a baby B.
That's above our pay grade.
You said a baby B. No, I don't know what that is yet.
I'm sorry. If you don't want it, we'll take the baby B.
Yeah, but they think they could just like run us with a baby B, little baby B. And the funny thing is, you know, they'll give me that, and I'm making, you know, more money than anybody that works at the Gap. But you want the information. It's like a friend that caught your girl cheating, right? How much is it worth to have the actual information? And then he said it, but then she's lying, right? So if you actually had something on camera or a phone or a text or a screen grab, what would that be worth to you? Let's say you bought a car or something like that. Wouldn't it be worth 2 cars just to have that text? Just to have it? I remember I found out some information one time. It was on the Super Bowl. I literally found it at the time when Tom Brady was throwing a touchdown. The audience was going like this. I was going like this. Yeah, I caught you now. You was lying the whole time. Like,
I'm talking about inflation.
What'd you say?
The inflation when the ball was.
No, not the inflation. Okay. This is a later date and shit.
Okay.
So what I'm saying is, information is the most important resource to our species above water. Because with information, you can find water. So Jewish people have information, Chinese people, it's not even information, it's intelligence, right? Because what is the definition of the word nigga? Ignorant. So it's intelligence. So you see a human being that can be looked at or classified as a nigga that is cocooning or breaking out of a cocoon into intelligence and bringing all of his niggas with him at the same time. And that is the way that we're gonna get free and come into our own power, the way the Jewish people came into their power.
The stars when Jeff Hirsch came into being the CEO of Stars, he readjusted what their overall, what they were looking for overall for the project. So he wanted premium women to be their mandate. And then when that happens, like Power itself is not premium women. Outlander is not premium women. So you're saying the thing that is successful for you at the moment, you don't want that. You want premium women. This is when you
You're talking about audience. Fifth, you're talking audience.
A demographic. Right.
Okay.
No, but this is what the mandate was. Like he's saying, if this is the mandate overall, then you said the project that you bring has to speak to premium women. It has to be something that they would actually want to watch. And then going, even technically action projects like action films and stuff like that, that will fall under something that a male skews more male. Mm-hmm. And when you delivered it, even if it was top notch, a high quality project, they would look and go, I'm not sure if this works for us because we're looking for premium women content.
Agendas and power. Let's continue.
And avoiding misinformation, which is more of.
Misinformation, like trauma economy, like the BLM. You know what I'm saying? When they do BLM, when they do school shootings, the same amount of people getting killed every week in Chicago, but they're not posting that. They're not showing that.
But why are you not posting that? Because you from Chicago. Barack Obama's from Chicago.
He from Hawaii.
Oh, what is that?
So he was born in Hawaii.
Oh, you said Hawaii?
Yeah. But he made his chops in Chicago.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, because
from Hawaii.
That's the thing is, what's crazy is I noticed Clinton. When Clinton became into the administration, Little Rock, Arkansas became the most wildest place there was. And then when
it didn't start with him going I'm just saying
it
was wild.
The George Floyd area, the free George Floyd zone that they made, the murder rate is up 50% since George Floyd. It's mayhem. It's Mad Max.
Yeah.
But keep going. What you saying?
No. That's what I'm saying. What happens to these cities when we have somebody so illustrious becomes from the city, and then now the city becomes the murder capital? Like that's what it seems like.
But look at like Barack, you know, look at his hair color when he went in, look at the hair color when he went out.
Yeah, everyone said, yeah.
You know, like, because if you don't have the connections, you know, Trump had enough connections to make it into office, but he didn't have the Jewish media on his side. Because the Jewish media was already aligned with an agenda with the left, with the Chinese. So you got like Alex Baldwin dissing, you know, Trump soon as he went in, used to be his boy. You got black people dissing Trump. Black people know they love Trump. Yeah. We used to have raps. Guess who the black Trump? Mm-hmm. You know.
But he could have been better at messaging. That's what I feel like the rhetoric was just unnecessary sometimes.
But it's that frustration. It's like what I had to learn is like that thing I said with DEFCON, that was like me going Trump, you know, level. Right. You know, that was, you can't, as you see, when we got warmed up, it's like a conversation where even in the beginning, we'll see if we want to use stuff in the beginning, if it's any of the messaging.
Right, yeah, I definitely need another one.
That we want to put out, you know.
You got me going, man.
Mm-hmm. The only possible way that I could have won, that I'm gonna win, the only possible way is for me to early on call out the Jewish media this early, right? Because they'll play nice with you. But I see him fucking with me, like the SoFi Stadium, like 78 media outlets calling me an abuser based off something Trevor Noah said, me being canceled from the Grammys, me being said, they saying that I said a racial slur because I said, Kumbaya, my lord, Kumbaya, talking about Trevor Noah. And then they kicked me off the Grammys, and I was slated to win Album of the Year for the first time in my life. It's my 10th album. It's the most number ones in Apple history, and I'm, you know, an incredible artist. It reached at this point, and we don't even know who won Album of the Year. It got canceled by who? Jewish media. By the time 2024 runs around, the Jewish media, they're gonna be my friends, because you can't just go into the White House like Trump did and have the entire American media against you. because he can't get the work done. It's like having like 3 million Meek Mills at one time. At all times, every time you're talking, it's just Meek Mills, just talking shit about you. And you're trying to, show that. When the last time you heard North Korea? You know what I'm saying? Trump did that. Yeah. He came out the gate, boom. He did that. So I feel like that's like, for me as a musician, to mention the Jews is like North Korea for anyone else's career. And my dad said something to me because my dad was proud of the shirt. He understood it. I was like, why you like that? He said, white lives matter. And he like, cry face, cry face. I said, why was that funny to you, Dad? My dad don't know none of my rap lyrics, nothing like that. He's political. He a genius. He like Steve Jobs. He got a water purification center in the DR. This nigga's smart, right?
Yeah, relax, Dominican people. Yeah.
So our focus is water, right? Our second most important resource. Our second most important resource to knowledge is water. Our third is food. Our fourth is shelter.
Let me ask you: have you seen that guy that created that system that gets water out of the atmosphere?
Yeah, I met with him before, and we need that. We need every version of how we could take salt water out of the atmosphere. But right now in America, say one of the laws that I would change is it's illegal to collect rainwater in America.
What?
Illegal?
It's illegal?
It's illegal to collect rainwater
in every
America.
other country, they're collecting rainwater.
People are controlling the water. It's going to be what T-shirt you wear, what political opinion, and who got beef for who. You ain't got no water.
Right.
You ain't got no life.
Right.
I'm trying to tell you, because, a lot of people they want to call me crazy. It's like running a marathon. If I got some shorts on and a tank top and I'm sweating hard as hell, running down a street, running the wrong way down a freeway, then you're going to say that person is crazy. But if 100 other people do it with me, then it's a marathon.
That's a good way to put it.
Killed that.
Yeah.
Killed that.
Now, family, I'm going to end part 1 right here. But he talked about so many important things, and I just want to be able to sum up some things for you. First off, fuck Jamie Lee Curtis. He also talked about taking his family away, even threw in some of that FBA talk. But at the end of the day, the man just wanted his sanity and his family back. They being the ones that want to control you, the ones that want to keep you from thinking freely, blackballed him. And here we are looking at the richest black man in history, who also speaks about his spirituality and his religion. But it's no surprise that he was censored, because we're moving to a social credit system, and it's so unfortunate. Now, shout out to Kanye West, a real motherfucking legend. I chose to leave out the part about George Floyd because I personally didn't agree with that part. But I'm not going to discredit everything that this man said just because he made one particular comment. If I agree with 90% that somebody says, but I have a disagreement with 10%, does that mean that he's wrong? Until next time, I leave you with this. A lot of people want to talk about how crazy this man is, call him all types of names. But at the end of the day, he's a genius and he's somebody you should respect. But it's no shocker to me. You want to know why? Because he was raised to be that way. Taught by some of the greatest leaders that have taught not only him, other brothers like him, as well as myself. Shout out to you, beloved. Rest in peace. Same school where W.E.B. Du Bois was educating men. Until next time, I'm out. Peace.